Everybody, welcome back to a rainy edition of the Hillside Gardener. As you can see, I'm not being rained on because I'm in my brand new greenhouse. That's right, it's the 10 by 12 Harbor Freight greenhouse, and I know what you're going to say. Some people have had some bad reviews against it, and etc., etc. But I take my time, I reinforced it a little bit more, really made sure everything was nice and secure, and I have not had any trouble whatsoever. So yeah, this is my first day of bringing plants into it, as I just completed it last night. I will say, if there's any complaints, it's that the instructions for this thing are horrendous, and they just assume you know what you're doing. So if you have no mechanical abilities, you will be completely lost. There were some times I just had to just use some intuition and try to figure it out. But the worst part is with the sliding door assembly of these doors right here, you know, they slide. I'm not going to do it with one hand. But yeah, door slides. I guess you just saw right there, the tracks are not the best. I need to get there and try to do a better job of getting those tracks on there. However, for the price, I think it's going to work out just fine. I'm in the middle of taking some of these pepper plants here, going to start potting them into some bigger containers here now that I have the space, which is nice because I can get as much dirt on the floor here as I like without getting in trouble or yelled at. So yeah. I'd hoped to have done this during a sunny day, show you from the outside, kind of get a picture, but it is raining. It has been raining all day long. Yeah, but I'm really excited. I'm probably going to bring some benches in here for the back wall there. I have a nice bench probably all the way across it. That way I can put some plants on top of that while I can still grow underneath it. And I believe today I'm going to start digging this out right here to make a raised bed. This is my previous existing garden. So while it's been kind of compacted from working and everything, this is black dirt under here. I mean, you can just see a little bit right there. That is my existing garden soil, so the soil is going to be just fine to plant in ground here. And of course, I'm going to put a raised bed and kind of build it up even more. But yeah, I just want to show you guys what I'm doing. Give you a little update of some of the plants I have while I have you guys here. This is a look at my Capsicum eximium. This is a rare wild chili. Had some aphids got to it, so some of the leaves are a little bit crinkled up there, but it should bounce back. The situation has been taken care of. These are some of my ghost peppers here. Some flowers. I think those are Shasta daisy. I might be right, maybe wrong, don't know. Some dahlias I'm growing from seed that I collected last year. And well, basically all these right here are ghost peppers. Big batch of them right here. Update on my wisteria, you can kind of see right here, it's getting nice. Some tomato plants, different varieties there. And I'll go back and go in more detail as I plant individual varieties. I just want to give you kind of a quick look over. If you watched my last video about collecting free plants from your flower beds before you mulch, these are all of my echinacea plants right here. On the end are the balsam camellia. And right there you can see, I think there's a total of 6 or 7 volunteer tomatoes I found just growing in the flower bed. Still not entirely sure how they got there. We'll go from there. This is my Tulsi or holy basil that if you don't even like to use it, just the smell of it's worth keeping around. This thing is awesome. Yeah, this actually was growing in my driveway right towards the end of fall. Just a little sprout had popped up from a seed that had dropped. Had a soft spot in my heart for it, brought it inside. You guys have probably seen this in my winter videos. I grew it up all winter long, and there you go. A little rescue plant that was about 3 inches tall in my sidewalk or driveway in October before a frost hit. It's now a nice healthy plant. It is flowering. Word of advice, don't put this anywhere where you don't want it to drop seeds and grow everywhere, because that's what this thing's going to do. It's going to drop seeds everywhere. It's going to come up everywhere. And that's not really a bad thing if you want it to just kind of take over, make like a little ground cover, landscaping part. Bees love this. The smell of it's great. And that being said, this pepper plant I found randomly just popped up inside my Tulsi basil. Don't know what it is. A little volunteer pepper plant. Could be anything, but we'll see. That's kind of half the fun sometimes, you know, just seeing what things are, because it's not always about just, oh, you know, I need to produce X amount of this or X amount of that, or I have to grow 25 of these plants and 30 of those. And gardening should be fun. You start putting limitations on yourself or expectations, you're just going to be let down. So there you go, a little look at the vents up there. This Just a few drops of rain coming through, but for the most part, I'm pretty pleased with this greenhouse. It is holding up under this first rainstorm. Granted, we have not had a super windy day just yet, so that might be the determining factor, because I know some of the reviews say during high winds this thing may or may not be overly sturdy. I don't know how else to put it, but I do have many extra clips that'll for the side panels that if I do find a weak spot, I can of course always reinforce it. It's a Pro Mix I'm using for just up potting. Like I said, this is going to be growing in ground, but for the time being, getting these guys out of the red cups and into bigger pots is necessary. They are root bound and they have been begging for a new home for a long time. I can finally provide that to them. So while it's raining, I'm going to stay in here now it's nice and dry, get back to playing with some dirt here, get my flowers into tomatoes and peppers into bigger homes. Thanks for checking this video out, guys. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more adventures on the Hillside Garden. We'll see you next time, guys. Take care.